This event basically is a curriculum review workshop which is targeting at looking at the heavy equipment repair and automotive engineering programs. As you know, the heavy equipment repair program in the Zambian TEVETA system has been running without a well streamlined curriculum which promotes career progression. And we have received a lot of concerns from key stakeholders who include industry and training providers on the need to review this curriculum. And as you recall, as part of the ZAMITA project, one of the outputs is to have a curriculum document that is updated and a curriculum that responds to the needs of all the stakeholders. So that's why we are here. We are actually starting with what we are calling the job profiling process. This process is going to interrogate what the needs of industry are, what kinds of jobs exist in industry. From there, then we shall going to determine what kind of training programs at different levels shall be required to be conducted, and therefore this process that is going on today will inform our curriculum development activities that will follow. Yes, our plan is to ensure that this work is accelerated to an extent that we should be able to see probably a final draft, if not the final copy of an approved curriculum within the next 3 to 4 months. And if that happens, it will enable us to disseminate that curriculum and also promote it in readiness for its implementation in 2021. So what that means is that the curriculum then should be able to be delivered in 2021, so enrollments can start a little earlier than that. Yes, first of all, I would like to appreciate the capacity that has been developed in the Zambian TEVETA system through the ZAMITA Phase 1 project. I think we as the regulators of TEVETA, we are very excited that government signed the MOU with Volvo, SIDA, which established the ZAMITA and the implementation of ZAMITA Phase 1. And when we saw government once more extending the ZAMITA project into Phase 2, with the view to bring on board 10 more colleges. I think for us it's a very exciting development in the Zambian TEVETA system because it will definitely change the landscape of TEVETA. As we speak now, I think the state of NOTEC in terms of its capacity, the equipment that is there, and even the lecturer capacity development programs that have been done during the ZAMITA Phase 1. If that can be replicated into 10 more colleges, it will definitely change the landscape of TEVETA in Zambia, and we are looking forward to that. The MOU basically was signed by government, and a decision is being made already on which colleges are going to participate. And we are looking forward to a day when the first events, first activities are going to begin to roll out in these colleges. So for us, I think as regulators of training, this kind of partnership between industry and training providers under the support of government and the cooperating partners is something that should have started a long time ago. And even those colleges, the 10 colleges, I'm sure they will be very excited to be part of this because we need this kind of capacity development to improve our TEVETA provision in this country. Oh yes, as you know, TEVETA provides for everybody. And what I mean to say is that there are different levels of qualifications in the TEVETA sector, and each of those qualification levels come with different entry requirements. The entry requirements for each level are tailored in such a manner that they allow even those that have very minimal education backgrounds can actually find some way of getting to access skills development in all TEVETA programs, including the HER program that we are talking today. So it is my expectation that the work that is going on today will culminate into a curricula that is going to target to produce graduates of different capacity levels and also provide for people of different backgrounds. In terms of vulnerable people accessing this curriculum, yes, as you know, government has got a number of programs that are aimed at supporting vulnerable people to access skills training. One of the things that you may be interested to know, which I'm sure you already know, is that government has got a bursary scheme that is intended to be providing support for those potential learners that may not be able to pay for themselves, including the youths and the girls who need to get skills but may not be able to afford them. That now is even more strengthened, especially that government is implementing a skills development fund, which under that fund there is a specific window that supports institutional-based learning, and obviously vulnerable people may be reached through that window as well. Yes, like you are saying, it was a commitment by government to support that number of vulnerable people to access skills development. So, this is a very important contribution by government, and obviously there are a lot of other partners that may want to come on board to support that. You may be interested to know that the issue and aspect of government is managed by the Department of Vocational Education and Training, and they are the ones that manage that aspect of support through the bursaries. So people who need support from the bursaries by the government are always encouraged to apply for that kind of support once they receive acceptances from colleges. And normally applications are invited towards the end of each year. I am aware that all the previous years, around September and October, government will advertise through these training institutions. They will send application forms to training institutions to give to potential candidates who may need this support. So we are hoping that even through this ZAMITA project, which is sitting at NOTEC, we are hoping that at an appropriate time, government is going to avail a number of application forms to NOTEC and all other institutions that may be earmarked to run these programs, so that students can be encouraged to apply. And obviously the criteria is indicated on the application forms, so the students will require to comply with that criteria and submit those application forms through their respective institutions. And once that is done, then government will process that, and those that will be eligible, most of them, talking from the experiences of last year, most of those that applied were awarded the bursaries. I hope the same will apply this year, which then will enable even the vulnerable people to access training through the curriculum that we are just working on today.